Why don't you just ask her if she wants to put your penis in her mouth? I didn't like it. Hey guys, what's up? It's another Bachelor recap. Before we get in the video, I would just like to say two things real quick that are both completely not relevant pieces of information, but I just have to say it. Actually, three things. First, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West surrogate just gave birth to their third baby. I'm obsessed with Kim Kardashian. I'm obsessed with all the Kardashians. I am happy for them. I am ecstatic. I feel like my life has personally been changed by this news. Second, woke up to watch Tori Woodward's Instagram story, who is the now ex-girlfriend of Alex Paul, who is the less cute guy of the Chainsmokers. I am obsessed with the Chainsmokers, have been for a long time. I paid a fuck ton of money to meet them for my 22nd birthday with my sister. Like, huge fans, love their relationships, follow the girlfriends on Instagram, and yeah, he's a cheating fucking prick that's been fucking other girls. She had a camera outside their house, like a security camera, and has literal footage of him making out with bitches, so fuck you. You are trash. I'm really deeply offended by this. It's an artist, a band that I really like. So now I feel like torn inside. Like, do I not like the Chainsmokers now because Alex Paul did this really shitty thing? Just so frustrating. And literally the girlfriend posted on her story how like he's not even remorseful, and he basically told her that like because he's famous now, she kind of should expect him to like have side hoes. Literally go fuck yourself. And the third thing I want to say is that lately I've kind of been joking around, but like not really joking around, but you know, kind of, but not really, that I'm psychic. And I've always thought that I'm a really intuitive person. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I have a really old soul, or I have a connection to past lives I've lived. I don't know, as deep as you want to get with it, but I just always have felt like I just maybe like know things or have gut feelings about things that tend to be right or whatever. And lately there have just been too many instances of me predicting things or me saying or doing things that have literally within days or whatever come true. So I'm thinking about making a whole video on how I think I'm psychic, which granted will be kind of like a joke video, but also some of the things are very like, what the fuck? But just as a quick example, literally yesterday I went to CVS with my roommates to get wine before The Bachelor started. We were talking about how the fad is going around the internet of people eating Tide Pods. If you eat a Tide Pod, you are a low-level human. If you are watching this video and you've ever eaten a Tide Pod to be cool on the internet, you are fucking stupid. You're hearing it from me first. You're a fucking dumbass. When we were discussing this at CVS, I literally said verbatim out of my mouth, if you eat a Tide Pod, you deserve to die. And one of my roommates was like, wow, that's aggressive. And I was like, it's natural selection. Like, if you're eating Tide Pods, like, get the fuck off this planet. Do not procreate. Go live on Mars. Get the fuck out of here. Literally, the second we got home and I was on Instagram, look at this meme that was posted 1 minute before I saw and screenshot this. If you eat a Tide Pod, you deserve to die. And then look at the caption. It's natural selection, sweetie. Okay? I predicted this meme before it was written. Psychic or nah? Okay, now let's get into the recap. So this week we started off with a group date, and the group date was fucking weird. I'm realizing that this season the group dates seem to be things that are supposed to make the girls uncomfortable, feel weird, whatever, which granted they have done in the past sometimes for entertainment, but this season just seems very much so like, fuck it, we just gonna fuck shit up, okay? I kind of like the concept of like learning how to do the fake wrestling thing, like WWE shit, but the instructor was a huge cunt. Like, I don't know what the fuck if that's like part of the appeal of wrestling, is that you're supposed to be like super rude and offensive, but I just didn't feel like anything she was saying was funny or necessary. Like, she was straight up just being a total fucking bitch. And it's like, what does Arie think about this? Like, does Arie think that this is a good date? Honestly, having this random woman like verbally harass all the contestants just for ratings, just to be interesting, that's not interesting to me. I didn't like that. I thought it was very rude. Granted, I did think Viviana and Tia crying about it was super extra. Like, come on, like, don't cry because a paid actress lady is told to be a cunt to you for the sake of TV, for the sake of fake wrestling. Like, don't go cry about it. I did think it was rude, and if I'd been either of them, I would have said something. I definitely would have been like, I'm sorry, like, pause, what the fuck's happening here? Why is this woman being a bitch? Like, you're being rude. I definitely would have said something, but I wouldn't have cried about it. So I thought that was a little bit of a pussy move. Not really a good look for Bibiana if you're trying to be the bad bitch and then you fucking cry when someone makes a comment about you having a dumb name. Also, the entire date felt very weirdly sexual, and literally I said out loud, this seems weirdly sexual, and then 10 seconds later, Becca was like, this is weirdly sexual. What's most ironic about this is that Becca was the only person that commented on how weirdly sexual she felt that the whole event was, but then she was the one that dressed in a latex outfit and called herself the sex kitten. I didn't like it. Didn't Becca though get the rose though at the end of that group date, which I really liked. I think Becca's awesome. Moving on, his lust for Crystal is disgusting. I don't see what he sees in her. Like literally when they were talking one-on-one, pulled aside at the little cocktail party for the group date, and he literally told her that he was like looking at her all day and thought she looked so sexy. Like, ugh, Arie is very sexual. Like, he's one of the only bachelors that I can literally think of all the bachelors that I've seen who is very forthright with how much he wants to fuck some of these women. Just like, oh, you look so beautiful, or you look so sexy, or I couldn't stop staring at you, or whatever. There were definitely other weird comments that he made, and I was just like, holy shit, boy, why don't you just ask her if she wants to put your penis in her mouth? In Crystal's defense, I have been saying that I think she's very, very beautiful, but this was the first episode that I literally didn't think she was attractive at all. Like, I don't know if I've just had enough time for enough of her personality to shine through to now where, like, I don't think she's attractive at all because I think she's, like, a horrible person. Or I don't know if I've just realized that she actually maybe isn't that attractive. I don't know. I just don't like Crystal at all. It's super off-putting that Arie likes her so much, like is so infatuated with her, like thinks she's so attractive, so sexy, likes her weird little voice. It's like, dude, come on. Like, you are making yourself look like such an ass that this woman is like one of the most interesting, desirable women to you. Fucking ew. I also hate the way Arie kisses. Like, I think he already says a lot of sexual weird things, but just when he kisses, holy shit, you guys, if you haven't noticed this, pay the fuck attention. Every single time he kisses, he puts his hands around their face or whatever, but like really weirdly. He literally has his hands on the back of the girls' heads, whatever, but like isn't really touching them, is like kind of touching them, and is just like hovering around. Like, it's so fucking weird. I hate the way he kisses. I'm so turned off by him. Like, I know he's not an unattractive guy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I hate the way he kisses. I don't know if it's because I think he's boring. I don't know if it's because he's not my type, but honestly, y'all, as good of a guy Arie is, I don't think I could fucking do it. Like, I don't think I could kiss him. I don't think I could fuck him, not even for TV. Something about him is extremely off-putting to me. I'm not, like, attracted to it. So once the weird, aggressive, slightly lesbian, very strange group date came to a close, he got to go on a one-on-one, and he picked Lauren, who I really liked her. I think she's so pretty, very sweet. I really liked her. I was really rooting for her. And then on the date, like, it's clear they didn't really have connection. Like, she seemed very nervous. Like, she was kind of just talking in circles, and she just came off very basic. Like any blonde, nice sorority girl whose parents have a lot of money. I could tell they weren't really vibing, but since she is so attractive, usually like girls don't get kicked off that like have potential, but he just totally fucking got rid of her. Like, was just like, yeah, you know, I just can't give this to you. And she was just like, oh, okay. You have to understand that like this soon into the season, like no one has legitimate feelings yet. And if they say they do, they're pieces of shit. They're completely lying. So people like Lauren, who are very attractive, you're just upset because you know you're attractive. You know that you have star quality on paper. You know that you're soft-spoken and kind and whatever. But it didn't get you far enough. I am really jealous you got to go on a winery date though. Like, holy fuck, if that was my date, I'd be like, fuck it up, boy, we gon' get wasted, Arie. But as shitty as it is, like, I totally understand Arie's point of view. Over the summer, I was hooking up with a guy who I thought I had a dope chemistry with. I thought he was great in bed. Like, I thought everything was going hunky-dory, and then he just told me that, like, he didn't feel the spark with me. And I mean, I can't hate that. Like, if you're respectful and you just say, like, honestly, I don't feel the spark. Like, I don't foresee this becoming some, like, huge romantic, we're gonna be in love and date type of thing. Like, I respect that. That's called being honest. I can always respect honesty. So, at least he was honest, and he was kind about it, and now she doesn't have to waste her time anymore. What am I saying? That bitch would have loved to waste all her time on national TV. So then there's another group date, which at this point in the episode, my memory is getting really fucking shitty because I was fucked up. They go do some shit with dogs, right? I don't remember what the fuck they did with the dogs. I don't know. But granted, that's a pretty good fucking date. If you knew that the other half of the women had to go pretend fight each other in a ring with some weirdly sexual woman screaming horrible things in your faces while some girls went off to cry about it, you'd be pretty fucking relieved that you found out that your date is playing with some fucking dogs. Drum roll please, though, because it would not be entertaining if we didn't have something dumb happen? Fucking, of course, bumper car trauma bitch, aka kissing bandit Elise, who I used to like, now I do not. I'm embarrassed that I ever vouched for her. Has another little cry session meltdown because she had a traumatic experience with a dog when she was younger. Okay, first of all, I don't like the way they make this so dramatic. They literally create a recreation of what this was like for Annalise, using actors and making like the footage look all like old school, like literally what they put in like crime shows when they create a flashback of like the husband hitting the wife over the head with the rock in the ravine. They literally are so dramatic. They create these recreations of Annalise's traumas from her childhood. So that in itself is fucking hysterical. Second of all, she actually cries. She's like actually very upset by dogs and bumper cars. Two things which most little kids really fucking enjoy. So clearly, Annalise, all I have to say to you is that you are a goddamn pussy. There's literally nothing else to it. Like, you are a lame as hell bitch. Fast forward to the end of the group date. Out of nowhere, Chelsea is getting a rose. Chelsea has been very MIA the past like episode and a half. All the attention has not been on her. It's been on Crystal, which actually is so surprising because everyone was predicting Chelsea to be like the front runner villain. And now it's Crystal just because she's actually that fucking stupid. Turns out you don't have to be a smart bitch to be the villain. You can just be a literal dumbass that everyone is so put off by because you're just fucking dumb that everyone's gonna hate you just because you lack a certain amount of brain cells. So yeah, out of fucking nowhere, Arie comes up with the rose. He's like, Chelsea, here you go, you can have it. Like, I don't know, what did I miss? Someone fill me in, because all I remember is her and him like making out and that being it. Like, just very standard. And then he was like, oh, yep, here you go, you can have the rose. Like, I think that was just like the producer's way of bringing her back onto the scene. We gotta remind everyone that Chelsea exists. We gotta ruffle some feathers. Alright, gotta give her the fucking rose. And that's basically it for the date. So now I'm just going to talk about random things that I noticed, things people said, things that were fucking stupid that happened for the sake of television. So another time that Arie was weirdly sexual was he literally told Becca that she looked good in her little yoga pants. Arie, we get it. You are a red-blooded heterosexual male. You do not have to tell Crystal that you were staring at her all day because she was sexy, or tell the youngest girl that she looked good in her little yoga pants. Like, come on, bro. Like, they all know that you want to fuck all of them. Like, there's no doubt in my mind there's not a single one of those girls that you wouldn't fuck, so you ain't gotta reiterate to them how much your penis is wanting to get up in there, because they know. Now can we talk about the fact that Bibiana set up that telescope thing and Arie literally took every other fucking bitch except Bibiana over to that little setup to make out with them, and then when Bibiana finally comes over to try and be like, hey, just by the way, I want to let you know that I made this for you, haha, who's this other cunt? He's literally making out with this blonde bitch and literally tells her that he wants 5 more minutes because clearly he's so much more into this blonde bitch than he is into Bibiana, which is just like the biggest slap in the face to see this guy making out with this girl and for him to be the one that's like 5 more minutes. I don't think I can recall ever a single time that the Bachelor or Bachelorette was like, actually, no, like, I want more time with this person, because usually they always are just like, okay, like, bye, and like talk to the next person, but he was straight up like, no, bitch, but no! Bibiana, no! I just want to keep making out with this girl. Want to know another reason I really like Becca, besides the fact that she's my age and we should be best friends? What I like about her is that she has the balls to say very witty, kind of sarcastic things that if you execute properly, you look very sexy by doing so. I pick up on this because this is what I do. When I'm flirting with a guy, want to get a guy's attention, texting a guy, even laying in bed, pillow talking with a guy, I use sarcastic humor that's a little self-absorbed. It comes off as a little cocky, but you know it's a joke, to kind of make the guy feel like, holy shit, this girl is that bitch. How do I wife that up? And if you don't execute it well, it doesn't come off correctly and you look like an actual cunt or you look like you're stupid. So it's very hard to do this. I mean, maybe I should make a whole video about how I do it. But at one point, Becca said that she knows that Arie likes her because he knows that she doesn't need him, which is a very ballsy thing to say, and I absolutely respect and appreciate it because it's something that I would say, and it's very sexy because it shows that you are extremely confident, and I actually agree with her because because since she's the youngest, she has everything in front of her. Like, she still has so many relationships she could possibly be in before she got engaged. Like, she has so much going for her. Her whole life is literally starting right now. Whereas these other women who are older, like, really want to settle down, really want to be married. Like, they're kind of washed up. They're probably not going to make it farther than The Bachelor for, like, TV, fame, whatever. Becca legitimately is one of the only women on that show that doesn't need him. And I just really appreciated that comment. Like, you go, girl. You are a bad fucking bitch. Like, if I was him, I would be sweating bullets, and I'd also have a heart on, because that is fucking sexy. Next thing I want to talk about is the fact that he won't even kiss Annalise, which is because she's a pussy. I'm telling you, if you're a pussy, things don't really work out that well for you in your favor. Like, if you're the bitch crying at every single group date because of a trauma from your past over things that are less than traumatic, you look dumb. She literally stole time to be like, can we kiss? Like, can I go in for a kiss? Or whatever the fuck she said or did to tell him that she wanted to fucking make out with him. And he legitimately told her that he wasn't there yet with her, which is his way of saying he doesn't like you at all. He literally wants to fuck all these girls so bad, but he doesn't even think he can kiss you yet? Girl, now that is something to go fucking cry about, because you look dumb as hell. Something's wrong with you. His penis is like broken for you, girlfriend. And the last thing I just want to say is that Jenna's eyebrows are still incredibly whack as fuck. Well, I think that's about it for my Bachelor recap of episode 3. Please weigh in. Everyone, comment below, because I feel like there's definitely some things I kind of forgot. Well, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna start my day. I'm gonna get some shit done. Bye.